Coming up on WMCT News, Marlboro has found a few ways to keep cool during this week's heat wave. One local high school sports team is bulldozing the competition in this year's playoffs, and local man is arrested on 5 accounts. Wait until you see what he did. Welcome to WMCT News. I'm Spencer Geary. It has been hot this week with the heat wave and temperatures almost reaching triple digits. Luckily, our reporter Katrina Lambert has found some great spots around the city to cool off.
Residents are making a splash at the water parks that just opened up in Marlboro for the summer season, open to the public until August 22nd. Marlboro Public Works recently added splash pads to Galone and Stevens Park, as well as wading pools at the Hildreth School and Ward Park. The splash pads will be open every day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and wading pools are open noon to 5:45. Now that the mask restriction in Massachusetts has been lifted, vaccinated individuals can escape the heat mask-free. However, social distancing standards are still required outdoors for non-vaccinated individuals, and masks should be worn in crowded areas. The weather is expected to be in the 90s this week, making it the perfect time to cool off for a bit and check out these new water parks. From WMCT, I'm Katrina Lambert.
Thanks, Katrina. I'm sure those splash pads will be full on the hot, sunny days, although sadly this 4th of July weekend will be rainy. Speaking of the 4th, the use and sale of any fireworks are illegal in Massachusetts, but if you're traveling out of state for the 4th of July celebrations, here are a few fireworks safety tips you should be aware of.
Only operate fireworks outdoors and in a clear area away from people, houses, animals, and flammable material. If a firework malfunctions, do not attempt to relight it. Keep all pets inside during 4th of July celebrations, or make sure that they are well supervised. Fireworks should not be operated by an inebriated person, nor should there be alcohol anywhere around them. Alcohol is highly flammable and should not be near explosives. Never ignite devices inside of a container. Dispose of spent fireworks by wetting them down and placing them in a metal trash can. Remember that fireworks are dangerous and have been known to start an average of 18,500 fires per year, according to the National Fire Protection Association. And thousands of injuries happen every year from fireworks and sparklers. So be smart this season and follow these rules so that you can stay safe.
This week, we have some new candidates for the city election. David Garceau pulled papers to run for mayor against incumbent Arthur Vigent. Garceau also ran for mayor back in 2019. In Ward 4, Tiona Brown and incumbent councilor Robert Tenera have both pulled papers setting up potential race in that ward. Candidates have until August 17th to obtain enough signatures to appear on the ballot. In other news, Katrina Lambert spoke with Senior Center Director Trish Pope about the center's recent opening post-pandemic.
Thanks, Spencer. Hi, Trish. Thank you for talking to us about the Senior Center. So when did the Senior Center officially reopen?
Well, we officially reopened on April 5th. We were one of the first municipal buildings to reopen. We did a very slow, gentle rollout just to try to make people feel comfortable. We welcomed back participants in fitness classes and things in May, and we're starting now to have some fun events and activities. We had a wonderful patriotic luncheon today to kick off 4th of July weekend. We have today was actually, for us, it's the end of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. This was our last grab and go. So for well over a year, we did curbside grab and go, and we're slowly trying to bring people in. So we started, when we first opened, we did a few grab and go things. Then we did, Lisa Martino, our program coordinator, is just a bevy of fun. So we started something called grab and go or stay and play. Mm-hmm. And we had, people had their choice. They could grab their food and they could go, or we could stay in the parking lot. And we had Simon Says games, we had some trivia things, and we had some fun stuff. Today was supposed to be one of those events, but since it's 100 degrees, we invited people if they wanted to come inside, and we are delighted that we have about 20-ish people that came inside. So this is our last grab and go event. We're going to keep everything inside from now on or out on the patio. But in the beginning, for what we run, we're going to run two. We're going to run two of the same events, one week after another, so we can accommodate as many people, but keep the numbers low and make people feel comfortable.
Awesome. What are some of the events that you guys have planned for coming up?
Well, we have a patio party. We're having a Summer's End Jamaican. We're having a steel drum player. We're having some musical events. We're starting back with our card games, and our billiards players are back. Fitness is obviously back. We right now have 10 fitness offerings, and most of our classes are filled to capacity, so that's a good thing. People do want to come out. Our book club is back. Our book club has been out on the patio. We'll probably keep it out there in the summertime because we have the beautiful patio as long as it's not 100. Book club has been well attended. Card players, like I said, are coming back this week, so we are moving forward.
Awesome. Who is able to take advantage of these events coming up at the Senior Center?
Well, anybody that is a senior, and in Marlborough, a senior is considered anybody over 60 years old. We also have seniors from other communities. We're not territorial. We do welcome other folks, as do other senior centers around us. So the main criteria is you need to be 60. There is no charge to be a member of the senior center. You just have to come in and sign up. We'll give you a little swipe tag, kind of like what you get at CVS. Because we like to keep track of numbers and what's popular and what's not, and right now it's very, very important for us to know who's in the building. So heaven forbid there was an outbreak of any kind, we could contact people immediately.
Right. On that note, are there any COVID-19 precautions that people should be aware of that you guys are taking?
Well, we're asking people that have not been vaccinated to wear a mask. Obviously that's not mandated, it's on their own. We do have people wearing masks. We have people that aren't wearing masks. We do ask people to keep at least 3 feet apart. We have windows open in the room, and we have we had purchased a electrostatic sprayer, so we do sanitize down each room after we use it. So we're trying to stay healthy and safe. You sanitize your hands when you come in, and we're kind of watching people. We always have masks available for anybody that wants to wear one.
Awesome. Yeah. And I know it's been a long year. This past year's been long for everyone. How did you guys manage to stay afloat and manage to keep things running when people weren't allowed inside?
Well, we did the curbside grab and go. We did a lot of telephone calls. We did conference call book clubs. We did things on cable TV. We had some shows on cable TV. So we tried to keep people as interested as possible. We also did a lot of grocery shopping, a lot of pharmacy pickup for folks and things like that. So, and I am fortunate because I have the best team. And I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's been a hard year. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I do want folks to know that the staff here is fully vaccinated. So if anybody has any questions about that, we're happy to tell you that. If you have any concerns about your safety, please give us a call and we'll go through what we're doing with you one-on-one. If you have something you want us to do to make you feel safe, we are happy to do that as well.
Awesome.
We just want people to come back and feel comfortable.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Coming up after the break, Matt has highlights from a local sports team who is making waves deep into this year's playoffs, and local cow returns to his home after a crazy journey.
Just one more rinse and you are all done. I wonder who that could be. I'll be right back, sweetie.
Children can drown quickly and silently. About 2/3 of in-home drownings occur in the bathtub.
Oh no! Call 911!
Turning your back for a moment could mean missing out on a lifetime of moments. It only takes a few seconds for a child to drown. Never leave young children alone in the bathtub or around a container of water. Visit cpsc.gov to learn how to prevent in-home drowning.
Yeah!
Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early Screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Today, you all think of Honest Abe as a noble nickname, but it started because I'm brutally honest. And so I'm going to be brutally honest with you. You're spending money like a bunch of putzes. You hear me? $12 burritos, $15 cocktails. The heck are you thinking? If I had arms, wasn't two-dimensional, and didn't die over a century ago, I'd give you my patented stovepipe pile driver. How'd you like that? The choice is yours. Start saving or receive a figurative chin-beard body slam from Honest Abe. Arrgh! Arrgh! Arrgh!
Welcome back. It's time for sports. This week, Matt has highlights from AMSA Baseball's final against Oakmont.
The second-seeded Eagles travel to South Ashburnham to take on the number 1 Spartans of Oakmont Regional in the Central Mass Championship game, and this one was a pitcher's duel. Eagles starter Cam Hunt over the first 5 innings had to be great to match his counterpart, and great he was. Here, he gets the swing and miss to end the second. And in the third, he gets the batter looking. Hunt gave up just 4 hits while striking out 8 and allowing 1 walk, but he got some help from his infielders in the middle innings. Here, Cam tries to pick off the runner at first. Will Forte makes the quick throw to nail the runner at second to end the third. Then catcher Trey Ficillo puts this throw right on the money, and Scully applies the tag that ends the fourth. But on the other side, Brady Aubuchon was lights out. He ends the first getting Ficillo looking. Then he snags this liner off the bat of Dylan Hunt to end the second. In the third, he blows this fastball by Deckers to retire the side, and in the fifth, with the runner at second, Aubuchon strikes out Cash looking to end the threat. Aubuchon had a no-hitter through 5. But to lead off the top of the 6th, Cam Hunt breaks through for the Eagles' first hit. A liner over the center fielder's head rolls all the way into the brush. Hunt, who would have had at least a triple, has to settle for a double after the ball was declared unplayable. A break, certainly for Oakmont. However, Aubuchon would have to pitch out of the stretch for the first time all game, and that would spell trouble for the Spartans. Here, Aubuchon's pitch sails way over Decker's head, and Hunt takes third without a throw. Now, with no outs and a runner on third, Aubuchon needs to throw strikes. But the very next pitch is low and outside of the reach of the catcher. Hunt breaks for the plate. Cam scores easily, and the Eagles strike first, leading 1-0. Now, after a couple of walks, AMSA has runners at second and third. Skillings is up, and another pitch gets away. Deckers hustles home and slides in under the tag. The Eagles lead 2-0. But look at number 1 Skowronek. No one notices him racing toward the plate. Oh my goodness, what happened? The Eagles scored 2 runs on a pass ball that puts themselves up 3-0 after 6. And over the last couple of innings, AMSA center fielder Andrew Cash put the finishing touches on this one. In the bottom of the 6th, he tracks down this long fly ball, leaps, and reels it in to squash any idea of a Spartan rally. Then, in the top of the 7th, he absolutely pulverizes this pitch. Look where it lands. That had to be well over 400 feet. The home run gives AMSA a 4-0 lead, and in the bottom of the 7th, Hunt would finish off his gem of a pitching performance. Cash records the final out, and the AMSA Eagles win the 2021 Central Mass Championship. The win advances them to the state semifinal, where they'll take on Taconic.
Thanks, Matt. The Courtyard Marriott is closing its vaccination site, and our Lindsay Crane has the details.
A local coronavirus vaccine site closed its doors. On June 30th, the Marlborough Hospital vaccine site at the Courtyard Marriott Hotel gave its last vaccine. This vaccine site has provided close to 21,000 vaccines to the public. If you would like to receive a vaccine, these local spots are still providing them. Marlborough Walgreens at 99 Granger Boulevard and 525 Boston Post Road East. CVS Pharmacies located at 264 East Main Street, 605 Boston Post Road East, and 423 Donald Lynch Boulevard. Bouvier Pharmacy at 515 Lincoln Street, and lastly, Hannaford's at 193 Boston Post Road West. You may also visit vaxfinder.mass.gov for more options. For WMCT News, I'm Lindsay Crane.
Great story, Lindsay. Now for the story you've all been waiting for. A man steals the cow outside the VIN bin, and we have exclusive footage only seen on WMCT. At 1:30 p.m. on Saturday the 26th, 48-year-old man Benedict Grigalinas attempted to steal the VIN bin's Vinny the Bull. Luckily, Marlboro Police Department and Chuck Edmond were there to stop him.
So it was the middle of lunch on Saturday. We're just doing normal lunch service, and all of a sudden someone comes in from the patio and says, "Excuse me, are you aware that there's someone walking down the street with your cow?" I immediately thought in the inside of this store we have a much smaller cow, and that's what I thought someone stole, because who in their right mind is going to steal this thing? No, the small cow is still there. So I walk out, and sure enough, Vinny is gone. So I walk around the store and I see the guy dragging it across the street, approaching the park. So I go running to follow him, and I go, "Hey, bring my cow back." And he lets go of the cow and just immediately takes off into the park. And at almost that exact same time, a Marlboro police officer had pulled up with his lights on because he saw the VIN bin cow and followed the guy into the park. And the guy was trying to hide on the stage and then just kind of running around and making a bit of a scene. And the police officer tried to be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And that's when I decided, okay, time to get the cow back to the store.
Grigalinas had a number of charges, including resisting arrest and vandalizing property.
We had some very entertained customers that day. The most ridiculous thing that's happened so far prior to this was I came out from the back room when the cow was still in the store, and there is some dude riding it like a cowboy while his girlfriend took pictures of him. If you were out here on getting lunch, you come out to the patio, you can take a picture with the cow and your sandwich, and it's hashtag Vinny, the VIN bin bull, and you'll be entered into a drawing to win lunch.
For WMCT News, this is Spencer Geary. That's all the news for now. Come back next week for more WMCT News. Here is Usual Suspects from last week's summer concert on the Common, closing us out. I'm Spencer Geary. Have a fun and safe 4th of July.